have this opportunity to swear these three dynamic, actually, no, this is not Shalimar. What are we gonna call you? The Dream Team. Okay, we got the Dream Team.
Shalimar.
In my wildest dreams, I never could have imagined 2 years ago when I was organizing and running throughout the 330 building that I would be in a position of swearing anybody in, let alone myself. But God is good.
All the time.
All the time.
God is good.
And I ask us all that whatever we do, that we make sure that we keep God in front of us. Yes. I choose to do that because I figure like this, if I walk in his footsteps, I don't have to worry about tripping and falling. That's right. Yes. Besides, that concrete hurts. I'm going to ask everyone to continue to commit to work together. And I heard a few comments from those who were standing in regards to hoping to work together. There's no hope involved when you're committed. And I don't want anybody to use the terms that say that it gives the slight inkling that they will not be working together. If the ultimate goal is to making sure that we accomplish whatever we need to accomplish for our members here at 1199, because yes, I still am 1199, as you can see with the purple and gold, it's still in my blood, not going anywhere. I'm still a member, and I take that same oath when I go out to serve my constituency. Whatever I'm going through is not the issue of the day. It's about how I can help somebody who walks in my office. What can I do to put a smile on somebody's face? Because at the end of the day, my issues don't seem that serious when I can put a smile or help a young person or help a senior or just help a member, because Lord knows I have a lot of 1199 members in my district who come in and find out whether it's retiring. Y'all get calls because I sit down here and follow up whatever we need to get done. But with that all being said, I'm just so grateful that I have this opportunity. And I'm going to ask everyone if they can just pull up their cameras, whatever devices that they have, because we're going to swear this dream team in right now, because they're going to be the next generation of leaders. And I'm inspired to being able to work with you all moving forward. So will you all please rise at this time?
That's just them. Just them.
Now, if you do not mind, since I am a man of Christ, I don't normally swear, because the scriptures tell us not to swear, but I'm just going to ask you to take a pledge, all right? And your pledge and commitment will be good under God's words, okay? So, I'm going to ask you all, this is your official elected oath of the 1199 National Benefit Fund Association. I do ask you, and as I'm going to say, state your name. State your name. Don't say state your name, but say state your name. Repeat after me. Okay. I. State your name.
Right hand.
Right hand.
All right. So we're going to start this all over.
Right hand.
And we're going to ask everyone to raise their hand and take a pledge, not only to Christ, but to all of your colleagues also. Okay. So here we go. I. State your name.
Adrian Lindsay.
Margarita Escobar.
Malkia King.
Do solemnly pledge
Do solemnly pledge
that I promise to uphold the Constitution
that I promise to uphold the Constitution
of the 1199 National Benefit Fund Staff Association.
of the 1199 National Benefit Fund Staff Association.
As an officer,
As an officer,
I have a legal responsibility
I have a legal responsibility
to the members
to the members
to administer the union's affairs faithfully
to administer the union's affairs faithfully
and to oversee its management.
and to oversee its management.
In carrying out my duties and responsibilities,
And carrying out my duties and responsibilities,
I shall diligently and honestly
I shall diligently and honestly
administer the affairs of the union,
administer the affairs of the union,
although certain directors' duties may be delegated.
although certain directed duties may be delegated.
I shall remain responsible
I shall remain responsible
for the performance of all those duties.
for the performance of all those duties.
I shall not knowingly violate
I shall not knowingly violate
or willingly permit to be violated
or willingly permit to be violated
any applicable statute or rule.
any applicable statute or rule.
So help me God.
So help me God.
By the power invested in me as a city council member of the city of New York, I do now affirm that you have been solemnly pledged on this 31st day of May to be the elected officers for the staff, 1199 National Benefit Staff Association. there's one more thing I forgot to include in here that I have to ask you right now that you have to play. Every time that there's an event, you have to do the walk.
Okay, we're gonna start out with, we're gonna speak first and the vice president.
We just want to, on behalf of Health Systems 4, we want to give you some flowers. So for our gentleman, we got him blue.
Oh, that's nice.
Thank you.
Margarita's gonna speak first, and then the vice president is gonna speak, and the president is gonna speak in the wrong way. Margarita, hold your flowers in your hand, because they're gonna take pictures, and I want you to talk with your flowers.
I would do that. Diversify.
All right.
Let me wipe my tears. Very emotional. First and foremost, I want to thank our Heavenly Father for bringing us here today. Going forward, I am going to be a liaison between management and my membership. I realize that the position I hold is a very, very delicate position. I will have to resolve a lot of issues between management as well as my membership. But going forward, I will promise, and I am promising, that I will put 110% into restoring the respect, the integrity, and the faith back into our union. And I want to thank you
Take your flowers.
I had something written and prepared. It looks like it's a lot, but it really is just a lot. So
Take your time. Go ahead. You read it.
let's start with a quote, and it says, "Don't explain your philosophy, embody it." Today we come here together in celebration of our new leadership. We reflect on years past and look forward to the years ahead. 8 years ago, when I came to the Benefit Fund, I was in awe then, and even still, of the impactful work we do and the accomplishments we've achieved. 1199 United Healthcare Workers East, together with the 1199 National Benefit Fund, are beacons of progress and leadership like no other. We represent. 3 years ago, I made a decision to join the Benefit Fund Staff Association as a union delegate. And I've committed myself to the culture and philosophy of the Staff Association and the union at large. With over 600 amazing members, we impact every facet of the fund and directly affect the members of 1199. We reach over 250,000 members and their families, and because of that strength and influence, we've made a change here at home. We looked to the future and decided that in order to get there successfully, we require new leadership. You've given Malkia and I an opportunity like no other, and that is one of the displays of unity that a union can demonstrate. We have hopes and goals for our union. We want you to be strong union members, and that makes each of you strong leaders here at home and at work. Beloved, we are a family that can move a mountain. Increased pay? Yes. Even better working conditions? Yeah. Stronger communication with management?
Yes.
Those are just some of the things we will work on, and I ask you to join us to become vocal, active members. Without you, we cannot lead. We promise greater transparency and a genuine open-door policy. We will lead this union into the technological future. We're going to make improvements to communication through social media and an easy-to-navigate website, just to highlight a few. The next 3 years will be a refreshing one. New goals, new leadership, but better results. As a young man, I am honored and humbled by this opportunity to lead our union into a bright future. It is a testament to my family, my mother, Doreen, my father, Patrick, who has guided me and encouraged my outgoing spirit and my willingness to help others. They have always demonstrated to me what it takes to be a leader, to be a righteous and respectful man. To those who have helped educate me, thank you for showing me how to be a critical thinker. It is those tools that have allowed me to chart my path to success. I would like to thank the members of the Provider Relations Call Center. You are my family, my friends, my co-workers. Your support has made this accomplishment a reality. Jerry Wilson and Troy Washington are not here, but my department team members, thank you for always holding me down, holding down our team and our department when I had to attend to BFSA issues. I want to thank the BFSA membership. Your faith, trust, and confidence in me has fueled me with the strength and determination to venture into this role. Last, but certainly not least, I would like to thank Mrs. Julie C. Petway, Assistant Director of the Provider Relations Call Center, the most influential leader I know. Counselor, leader, mentor. A woman who I have the utmost respect for, and I am truly blessed to be able to confide in you and seek advice from you. Our department is blessed to have you, and she's one of the fund's greatest assets. And without her words, professionalism, and leadership, I don't think I'll be standing here today. So Julie, I want to thank you. I would like to thank New York City Councilman Andy Kings for giving us our oath of office. James Saunders for giving us our invocation. I'd like to thank our parent organization, 1199 SCIU, for hosting us this evening. And special thanks to my BFSA president, Althea King. We have so much to learn from each other, and I can't wait to fully experience this road that we're going to travel down together as a team. Without your support, this opportunity would not be possible. You are my sister, whom I put complete confidence in that you will excel in this role. We're going to have a great 3 years. Your faith and trust in me is unwavering, and I can't thank you enough for that. So I love you. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
I didn't write a speech because the way I talk, it just sometimes it just has to come from the heart. I'm overwhelmed with the support. I first want to say that I wouldn't be standing here today if it wasn't for my mother, who instilled everything. One of the simplest things she's ever taught me is to be kind. If you're kind, that takes you a long way. The other thing she taught me is to have good character, and that will take part of the education and money. If you're a good person and you're kind to people, that's all that really matters. I was born into this activism role. My parents helped elect the first black mayor in the East Coast back in the 70s, which was Kenneth Gibson in the city of Newark. So I've been literally campaigning since I've been 5 years old. When I came to 1199, I was laid off from Cigna Healthcare because they relocated. So I've been in the healthcare field for over 15, 20 years. So when I came to 1199, I literally thought I would just come in to get a job and get a paycheck and take care of my son. That's it. When I told my father, who recently passed away 2 years ago, when I told him I got the job here, he said to me, "Oh, but can you hit the mother load?" This is one of the most biggest political unions ever. So even when he said that, I was still saying, I'm just happy I got a job. Then I went on and I was working in member services before we were separated to the different call centers. And I had the honor and pleasure of working with Ms. Coles. Under her leadership, I learned how to calm down. I was spicy. I was spicy. I came from North, and I had a little attitude like, okay, I know how to do this call center job. So I was a little feisty, but she taught me how to calm down. And what happened was we had an infestation at one point on the 3rd floor of mice because of the construction. And it was that moment that I saw where I needed to step in to try to help resolve that situation. And out of that situation, we resolved it, it was handled, and we created a LMT management relationship where we meet every month. At that time, it was me, Eddie Alternay, and Lawrence Clark. And we would meet with Ms. Coles every month to resolve any issues on the floor before it get big. And that's how we developed this LMT, this committee. And then from there, it took off. Now it's LMTs everywhere. It didn't start before I came, there wasn't no LMT. Nevertheless, now that I'm in 1199, when I was trained by Ms. Petway, Melinda Petway, she's one of the best trainers I've ever had, but she made me do a research paper. And I did my research paper on bread and roses. And I learned about how Mo Foner helped develop, different things through Ruby Dee and Nancy Davis, through the political part. I learned that Malcolm X was the only union he spoke at. So I said, wait a minute, this is a marriage for me. This is right up my alley. Then I stepped into the role of a delegate, where I wanted to be the voice for those who couldn't speak, or those who were afraid. And I did that. One of the things I'm most proud of is that it's a lot of management here. We fight against management to some degree. But the management, because of the respect I have for them, and the respect that's given back to me, I have never seen nothing like that. Where I absolutely love, especially my department, under Julia Petway leadership, I absolutely love my management team. So I'm a little biased on that. But not only that, they respect the collective bargaining agreement, which was most important, first and foremost. So they always want to make sure they do the right thing. And from that, I respect that, and I appreciate and love every last one of you. Lastly, I want to say thank you to Henry Singleton, to Neva, and to Andy Kings. Henry has been like my father. I have never had, even when my father was alive, he was there. And he stepped into the role of a father like no other. He was there with me, going through the city of North. I'm a very shy person, believe it or not. So I don't like a lot of attention. I like to do the work, but I don't like a lot of attention. And Henry knew that without me saying it. My mother wants me to, you gotta be more, and he said she don't like that attention. So he was really like a father to me. And if it wasn't for Henry, to be honest, I don't think I'd be here. Because he asked me 3 years ago to run for this office. But I said, let me take my time and learn first. Let me learn. I did the delegate for 5 years. Now, I'm also, right now, still, not now, I'm the vice president. So I was proud of that role, because as the vice president, I had a lot of responsibilities. And from that position on, I moved on. The last people I want to thank is my membership. Victor, back there, this man every day, from the time that I said I was going to run, has supported me no matter who's around. He would say, what would you say? Every day. And he works in the eighth floor in the mailroom. Like I tell people, my maintenance workers, my mailroom workers, these are the most important jobs that we have. Every job, no matter how small it may seem, is very important, because without the maintenance workers, we wouldn't have a clean building to come to. Without that mail being given, we don't have no work. So I really, and my membership is that they are unafraid. They wasn't worried about making change. They showed up and showed out and made that change. So I want to thank each and every one of you, from Charlene, Wendy, Shirley, all of you. I want to also take praise to my son Mosiah, because everything I do is for you. I want to show you that if you don't like a situation, you can change it. But you have to put in hard work. It doesn't come overnight. I didn't pop into the situation. I worked hard for the past 8 years to get here. And this is what I wanted to show you. To Mr. Anthony Thomas, he's one of my best friends in this fund. He has encouraged me from day one. He saw something in me sometimes when I didn't see it in myself. And if it wasn't for him, I would have lost my mind a long time ago. So I want to thank you. I love you from the bottom of my heart. Now we have a whole executive board, but there's a little bit of division for now. But as a true leader, I'm going to mend that together. Amen. But right now, I love you guys. I thank you to Adrian. Adrian is a young man. Can I say it? He's only 27. And this is what we talk about, cultivating the youth and the next generation. I don't want to be the But I'm going to tell you one more thing. Margarita Escobar, if y'all know her, y'all know she's no good. Y'all may see a rough exterior, but when I tell you this girl has a heart, yes. It's so, I can't put it into words. Her faith with God is what keeps her going. Her faith in me. I have never had a female who believed in me so much. Women sometimes is, we know. But this, no matter what day of the time it is, and she's notorious like my mother, so is Charlene. So I do say a little controlling. But I love her so much for the support and the belief she had in me. She said, I told her, maybe I should run for president 3 years ago. She said, you ready? I said, wait, maybe not. So it was her that also helped me and guided me to get to this point. So I said all that to say, 'cause I know we have to go. I thank each and every one of you. I'm going to continue to be the person that I am, stay grounded. I don't even like to be called president because I'm Malkia, and that's who I'm going to be to the end. I almost was about to be remiss if I don't mention my supervisor who just left me because she was just promoted. Karima Miller, I love you from the bottom of my heart. You have been my confidant. You have been my therapist. You have been my friend and my sister. At any time, as a supervisor, at any time I needed her, no matter whether it was personal, business, work, she was there for me. And actually, the whole department has always been that way. So I just want to say thank you to all, and I'm looking forward to making a better change and doing the right thing. My father gave me one last thing before he left. He said, "Be the change you want to be and you want to see in the world." And I know that came from Gandhi, but it stuck with me to this day. So if I want to make something happen, I'm going to do it. And this is why I ran for this position. And I thank all of you because without you, I wouldn't be here. Thank you so much.
Let me say, Ms. Shillingford, who is the Ms. Shillingford King, who is the Executive Vice President of HEP System 4, and also here to represent our President and our Secretary of Treasury in the union. There's a couple of things that she wanted to say.
I'm taking off that hat, and now I'm putting on the other hat. I'm also the President of the New York chapter of the African American Caucus of SEIU. It's an official caucus of the International Union. And we have membership from 32BJ, from PEF, from local Doctors Union, Doctors Council, CIR, all of the SEIU locals in the state of New York are members of AFRAM. And so every third Friday of the month, we usually have our AFRAM meeting. So we are extending to you, what we did was we decided to just do all in one because we are one big family. You carry our namesake, we wear the same namesake, $11.99, it may be the benefit fund, pension fund, trading fund, the union itself, but we are all $11.99, we are all part of the CIU $11.99, and that's the way we're gonna roll moving forward. That's how it's gonna be because it is what it is. At the end of the day, some of you heard me preaching, Henry and I, all over the union, because at the end of the day, if we don't succeed as a union here, all our funds fall. So we need each other. We need each other. And so we're gonna work with each other to make sure that we succeed and that we progress and that we continue to serve our members. Before you leave, we're extending you an invite to you to help yourselves, to some refreshments. And those of you who may not be members of AFRAM, but are thinking about it, because I know Henry will be about it, that you should probably consider becoming a member of the African American Caucus.
Let me say this before, if I don't introduce this young lady, I'm not going to have peace for ever at this union. She's the Vice President of the Retirees. She has worked with Markia on a lot of different projects at our union. And she's running for President of the Retirees. And the votes are in and the ballots will be counted on Monday. So I would like Ms. Vicky, who's a retiree vice president, to say a couple of words. Come on, Ms. Vicky. I gotta have
And that's his partner in crime too. You see her all walking around with him.
I just want to say to all of you how proud I am. And I have worked with Mrs. King on campaigns. I know that's one of my babies. But all the young people in this union is my babies. No matter what color, whatever, they know Miss Vicky. And I am just, from my heart, it's so proud. And I know you're gonna do the right thing because it's there. And we need you to be the generation to take over for us, to make it better for us. So, with all my heart, love you.
Let me say that we Miss Vicky.
Hey, Andrew, don't mix everything up.
Okay, I gotta do this. I just wanted to say to all of you, we're gonna have food, and all of you, along with our AFRAM members that are here, please take something to eat. But this is AFRAM trying to do something at the end of the year. If anybody want to put something in that bottle, we're gonna open it up in about a year from now and see what we got. Just drop a little something in there for us. Thank y'all very much. God bless you. Please come get some